It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. I got the running board on this part. We've seen this already before, but what we didn't see is that Jolene has welded it up. Jolene has welded this piece in here. I've come up this morning and ground it down, and all I did is grind the weld, try to the best I could. It's got a nice rounded edge there. That round rod worked perfect. She got nice down there, lots of meat down in there, so I could grind it a little bit. She did really good. So when we come to the other side, I'm going to flop this over here right now. Just watch that up, sweetheart, don't hit. We're going to put on the other side. I'm going to go for some braces, I guess, to strengthen the running boards up. What we have here is this one's welded on. I welded this one on this morning. Might as well take a look at it so people can see what it looks like welded and not welded, I guess. That's what people want to see. And I got two pieces going on, a piece of round on there, and I filled both weld together. I didn't do each one separately. I welded them together. I got lots of meat on it. When we started welding on this is the new piece, obviously, and this is the fender. This piece is laying on top of the fender, and we're trying to feather it off. So most of my weld I want on the fender side. I want on the fender side to feather off when I grind it off, if you know what I'm trying to say. This will be ground right down flush because there's a piece of round rod in there, and I have lots of meat there to grind. This piece went in fairly well. The shoe fit nice, so that's where we put it. That's the lady's shoe. We have the end of the running board. Yeah, I just welded that up, ground that up. Where I had to weld that up, what I went and done where's that square at? I pulled it out to the 6-inch. I couldn't help myself. You know, where I was down there and I was doing it a couple times. Now I'm on 6-inch right on. And why not? And I'm thinking, if I didn't get it 6-inch right on, if I carried the fender all the way to the front, it could be an inch or more, right? And if I don't need it, or if I don't want it, I could fix it right now. It was pretty simple, so I did. So we have this welded on. We have the running board welded on. We have the piece that lays on top of it, obviously. And what I was thinking was, now that I have that piece in there, I do not want to go any further on the car. I want to go further on the car, but I don't want to go any further with the running boards and tack them down. And the reason being is, when I start laying a front fender on here, first thing I'm going to want to do is reach down through that running board and grab the other side or clamp it or something. That's what I'm going to want to do. So if I weld that on, I'm not going to have that opportunity. I'm going to have to go from underneath. But if I leave it just be, then I can pull it off and work with the front fender going up. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But what I want to do is, I don't think on this car, I don't think with it on the ground, this car is going to be approximately, it's Friday. It's Friday. I love my baby. Me and Joey going to hang out. So we're approximately about 53 inches tall is what I'm thinking the car is going to be. So when it's off the frame table, on its wheels, this point in the roof, the highest part, I think is going to be 53 inches. That's what I'm guesstimating. 53 inches. So you're not 53 inches. You're going to have to get down to get in it. So if you get on the running boards, shame on you, right? Open the door and it's arse first and swing your feet in. But I am going to put a brace down through the center of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some 1/8 plate. I had it here. I thought it did. Some 1/8 plate. I'm going to run it across here to there, underneath that a little tiny bit, weld that on there underneath there a little bit, and then I'll weld one on this and run it right up to the front. Yeah. I'm going to lay that down in there like that. Let's make a measurement. We'll make a cut. Thank you very much for all the comments again. It's been good. All the people gathering, the more subscribers just means more people. And to me, you know, it does not matter if you push the like button or not. But it's cool if you do. You know, it does not matter. Here we go. I'm going to get a marker. Got a marker in my pocket. Got a grinder. I had to move things all over here again. I'm on this side and I'm going to go for it. What the heck? What I'm going to do today is I'm going to put that cross member there in that piece of 1/8 plate across and run a piece of 1/8 up here. What I'm going to have to do is put a level across here or a piece of metal to make sure that it's on the same playing field so I can get that down on. If I make it too tight, it's going to hold that metal up off where it shouldn't be. And this is all going to be, I'm going to just do it all by guessy poo-poo. That's what I'm going to do it by. End I just cut. Weld that underneath there like that. Bob's your uncle and Peter's your regular. I'm going to put that on there like that. The welder's behind you. Love you, Jolene. I guess Jolene suggested that maybe tomorrow we have a question day. We're going to do questions. So what's going to happen, I guess, is she'll punch in something. What will happen is if you write a comment or a question in tonight about anything that you want to know, don't care, I'll probably give you the answer. And won't be a random thing, won't not? You'll press a button and questions will be answered randomly. And I will tell you the best of the truth that I can. Just gonna put that in there. Square tubing there, shouldn't hurt nothing. I'm up off there a little bit with the metal. I was trying to get that, I want that run out a little bit. So right there, I'm going to have to weld in when it comes up here. I can put the metal or the running board right on the weld there itself. Take a flapper wheel, we'll knock that off real quick. Now we're underneath this piece, so that can't go down, obviously. We'll have this piece welded on here. I shoved it underneath there a little bit. I'm going to get another piece of metal. Did I tell everybody yet? It's Friday. It's Friday. Alrighty. What happens here on this running board? It's pretty close to being level right at the present moment. But what happens is I did not weld down this back side here yet, so I'll be able to push her up or push her down when I want to weld it. Also, when I get it there, and then I finalize it. And the fender and all that sort of stuff. Then I'll probably run some kind of a brace down to here, to the bottom of the sill or something, so that cannot move at any time. So, I'd like to lay that on that shape and then cut it if I could. But we'll see what happens here. I'm going to get the zip cut grinder. Wouldn't want to turn that on between my legs. Whoop, whoop. Just trying to get length, I guess. Right at the present moment. I had a pair of vice grips, and that'd be better than that grinder between my legs. It's all right, sweetheart. I got her. Not a pair of vice grips, but a pair of clamps. Some things, it'd be nice to have a couple people, obviously, but that's not what we got right now. We got me and Jolene. That's fine. Why do I need that when I got a grinder? Hey, yeah. I got a grinder. and everything will be finished up nice and ground down, you know. I'm liking that flapper wheel right at the Prez. It's a great tool. I'm going to snap that on the middle, right where I think I want it. And that's basically the end of it. So I'm going to look up there. Probably should have put a little gap in that, probably. Now you can see if I got that wrong, how that would hinder me. I'm thinking that's... We're going to get her going here. Got a little bit longer because it brought it over. Now, you gotta be careful. Jeez, I like that. I like that. I don't really want to weld it underneath there like that, I don't think. It would keep the weld off it though, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't mind it. And the reason being is as I'm looking at it, I'm underneath that a little bit. That's fine. Because the metal runs up here like that and lays on this piece, that's fine. As long as we're going here, that fits nice to me. And it's nice to me. It's in the center. Go for it. It'll be a nicer weld too. I'll be able to grind that off and it can lay flush. Down here, I'm going to have to probably weld it from both sides. And I'm probably going to put a little zip cut in the center from it for penetration. What I did there, I should have probably measured that for the other side, what I probably should have done, but I can put another one on the other side. What I did is just put a little zip cut down through that, so when I weld it, it got penetration. Where it's so tight together, you know, and then I grind it off, I wouldn't have nothing. Up here, I've lapped it, I've gone underneath, now I can weld it on both sides and just flush it off and be excellent. And the reason I did that, because it worked. Bacon is ready. I'll go up here. Yeah, it's fine. We'll flush that off. Nice, stiff running board. Now I can put that on there. Where that's on there like that little tiny bit right there does not hurt any. I'm going to have to weld them both from underneath anyways because they won't look finished if I don't. You know, even though this one's butt welded on this end, it's still not finished looking underneath, so I'm still going to have to weld it. That's fine. See, like you still have to weld it. Sits up there nice. You know what? It looks nicer butt welded. It looks nicer butt welded. Sorry about that. I'm going to bring that up. It looks nicer. When I look down there, that one there lays on nice. This one's got a little edge laying over. I know I could weld it. Nope. Nope, and I'm not going to do it. That looks fine. That's fine. Once I weld it, you'll be the exact same. You'll never know the difference. So, that's how I'm going to do that. Brace that running board. Cool. I'm going to pull this over, do the other side, and then we'll take it outside and we'll take a look at it, won't we, baby? Huh? We'll take it over and take a look at it. Yeah. I better speed up here a little bit. If we got enough time after I pull it outdoors, I'm going to I'll take a walk in the old boneyard there, and I will show you, or I'll show you what chassis I'm planning on using or thinking about using. Oh, better do this first. Better pull it over before I start hooking things to it. Get stuff out of the way here. So it's just another piece of going across. There's Fina Bina. It's Friday. I hope everybody's having a great day because it is Friday. And today is the day maybe you get off a little bit. You know, you get off at the same time, go home and get to relax and reflect. Basically, that's what you do with your time off, I hope. I generally do. Looking good, looking good. You are, Jolene. Looking good, baby, looking good. Did I hit anything on that side? Good. Let's put a brace on this side and rock and roll her again. See who's boss. Show who's boss. I'll need that clamp. And we'll rock and put her outside. Ba, ba, ba. Shove her a little bit underneath there. Plug this in. Kind of got myself excited because I want to see it outdoors. It's fair, isn't it? If I can excite myself, like I've always said, how would you know how to please somebody else? Please somebody else if you couldn't please yourself. You know, how would you know? How would you do that if you didn't know how to do it? Please yourself. All right, looks good. Weld it. Weld it. The only reason I'd ever be welding a bead on that is because I got square tubing. I'm not on sheet metal. I'm on square tubing and I got plate. Now I'm welding on exhaust with plate. Yeah, we'll buzz that off with our flapper wheel. We don't even have to buzz that off yet. And what we're going to do is we're underneath that. We pushed it underneath there just a little tiny bit. Now that metal can't go down once we weld this running board together. Once we run that weld that running board together on that piece of metal. That can't go down through. And once this is tied in there tight, you're not going to be able to pull that off there for that running board. So for any of the little kids that want to run up and down the running board, we've got you. Or grown-ups, for that matter. My piece of metal. Did I hide it? Oh, right there. Now we're going to have to try to do this side exactly the same as the other side. And shouldn't be hard. Shouldn't be hard. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to weld it down there and then make it fit. I think that worked easiest that way. Then I don't have to hold it. All I have to do is center it. Looks center to me. Good enough. I'll weld on either end. Got good penetration there, wouldn't I? Had awesome penetration there. I'm going to hold up for a second. I'm going to weld another little spot on this corner. So I can move it back and forth. It's just a little tab there. I'm going to get this in place and then I can cut it. And what I want, I have a piece left over, a small piece. Not long enough. I'll cut this off. There. That's not going to work there. I'm going to. I like it butt weld it better. I've changed my mind. I'm going to butt weld it instead, change my mind. Don't know why I changed my mind, but I did. Didn't I, baby? Changed my mind. And I did that. Probably not a good thing, but I did. Aye. There. I'm back at it. I'm And the reason I'm going to do that is because I should have done it on the other side. I'll go back and cut that off because I welded on the top. It's no problem. It'll fall right off, and then I'll weld it back on. Change my mind. There's a good lesson for today. At any point in time, you're allowed to change. At any point in time in your life, you're allowed to change. You know what I mean? So I changed on the fly, and I'm allowed. And that's what I did. So make sure everybody knows that, or you know that. You're allowed to change anytime you want to. If you don't like something, you're allowed to change it. I should lay that piece of metal on there. Nice. Love it. Just going to finish welding it. Then we'll roll her outdoors and get excited. Maybe I'll chop that other piece off first. Good penetration on this one, baby. Got a nice big gapper. Good penetration on that one. Beautiful. Had a good gap there. Had a good eighth. Should I fix that one first or just push it out? Yeah, we'll leave it for now, but I am going to cut that one on the other side and butt weld it like that one. Just like I moved, the running board. It was out an eighth. I changed my mind and I moved it. And that's what I'm going to do on that. I'm going to cut that off, put that back up and flush it off, and then see what it looks like. So right now I'm going to shut this welder off. Clean up here a bit. So that looks good. I'm happy with that. Happy with that. Very happy. You can see as we butt weld this together down here, we'll butt weld both of them on that plate there. Anything stepped on there, as she's not coming down through, we got you. It's Friday. It's funny, the metal I use and have, everything I have, I use it right out of this. I did not pick any metal to go in there. That's what I had. The exhaust pipe that I used on the running boards, that's what we had up in the corner. We had to get a little bit more, but that's what we had. You know, it's funny how things rock and roll. So right now, as I'm thinking about this, we'll get to look at the wings on the outside. We'll get to look at that way, get the wings with the running boards come out, how they look, how, you know, see the whole thing. Let's pull her out. You want to smash her up before we get her outside? Ain't gonna hit anything, baby? All right. Gonna hit anything up front? I'm not going over that hump because I'm not. Take a look at her. Damn it! I got too much stuff in the way. That's badass. You can see on this side, we got one piece because we had the other piece to show us on the other side. We just 3D printed that and bring it over this side. Wow, it looks good. I'm happy with that. And if you can picture it, I'm going to show you how tall the car is. Tape measures on the table. I know it is. Somewhere. Right with you. Now, so I'm saying, ooh, the hat went down. 53 inches tall. So So if you stand back and take a look, you know, the tallest part of the roof is going to be, you know, you're going to be that tall. So Jolene will be able to watch the roof on this thing. Wait, baby, you'll be able to watch the roof on that. Very happy with it. Looks good. Very happy with it. Get a little more grinding to get that done there. I see we got Sonny pulled in with his car. Cool. So right, let's go around here for a second, baby. Want to go around here for a sec? We'll play hide and seek for a minute. As we have that sitting there, I have a chassis right here, a 1934 Hup. There's a chassis sitting right there. It's kind of a bigger thing in the front. Not real happy with the garbage and stuff sitting there, but there's the Hupmobile. There's a chassis there. It's got a 6-cylinder Hup. We've got another chassis over. We've got an MGA chassis there. Come with me, sweetie pie, sweetie pie. Can you make her through? Okay. We're gonna go down this way. Go around this thing. You might want to jump over that bumper. I'm not sure. I've got a front end of a Camaro chassis there. No, I don't think it's any good for it, but I've got a clip there. We've got an Austin chassis here. It looks kind of small for what we're doing. Looks small. We have a 57 Plymouth chassis there. And one right over here is the one I'm thinking as we come down through the old archives. Oh, Sonny car looked nice. This is the chassis I'm thinking about right here. I've had it for quite a while, probably a year or two. What I'm thinking is it's too wide. I'm pretty sure it's too wide for the wheel wells. 46 on the outside, 46. We'll have to measure that when we go in. But what can happen, there's a cross member. If you see a cross member, there's a cross member right there and a cross member right there. I can pinch that chassis wherever I want to make it work. I'm thinking. I like the looks of it too. I like how the front end looks. I like Jolene's chassis is this, but it's not as big as this. Jolene's the 30s chassis. So that's what I think we might go with. We'll have to probably cut it and do what we have to do. Let's go over and take a sneak peek at Sonny's car. 57 Ford retractable. Jolene has just found out that she's related to Sonny. Crazy, looks good, eh? Well done. I think a body guy used to work here, Kevin Keddy, done this car. I think him and Sonny done this car. They did a beautiful job. Rest in peace, Kevin. Kevin is passed. How you doing, Sonny? Yeah, there you go. Looks good. Looks awesome. Looks awesome. Looks good. You can't hear the mask on? Looks good.
Can't hear half here anyway.
Oh, it looks really good.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Happy with that? It looks really good.
This is the last one that Kevin did.
Yeah, I figured as much. Kevin taught me lots when he was around. You know.
I painted that one myself.
Wow.
Kevin done all the body work, and it's straight.
Yeah, it looks good.
I don't know how he could do the amount of welding and stuff that he did without wearing a helmet. Never put a goddamn helmet or a pair of dark glasses or nothing.
He's closing his eyes and hitting a spot. Closing his eyes, hitting a spot. But it would be hard on you at nighttime.
Oh Jesus, I can't even imagine.
I've done it a few times. Jolene's done it a few times. Haven't you, Jolene?
But that car was getting pretty rough.
I want to scoot just for 1 minute. How long have we been? Got to draw for a hat, should we? Should we draw for a hat? We'll be right with you. We're just going to draw for a hat, and then we'll come out.
Oh.
We're making a video.
Oh, you're making
Yeah, we'll be right back. You're on camera, man. Come on in, we'll draw for a hat. There was over 500 comments on the last video, so we're going to give away another hat. Let's do it. And then tomorrow we're going to do a questionnaire. So whatever questions you write in tonight, you'll have a chance to have them answered by me and Jolene, and that's what we will do for you. I'm going to just put these doors on here, make sure they're shut, baby. We didn't even make sure they were shut. What a beautiful day. What do you think of the fenders look good on the sides, eh? Don't you think the wings look good that way? Like this looks good. Like this wing here, I know it can be adjusted either way, but they really look good. Fender's going on there, and the fender's going to come up, well, it's got to come up past this line, or with this line, because the back fenders do, and you can just imagine how that's going to look. The fender's up here. Whew, that's going to be one bad looking car. Let's do it. Let's get on the old thing here. We're doing the best we can for what we have. It's the first time seeing it outdoors. I hope you liked it, because I liked it. I should have never welded that piece on without buttoning it. I should have butt welded it and not cut it back off and do it again. Want it, baby? Yeah. Just like I pulled that piece out. I'm wrestling with that other side for some reason. You know, I had it in a 1/4 inch, and now I had to change it. And whatever. Yeah, I'm very happy. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Come on back. We'll do it again. Tomorrow, we're going to do the questionnaire thing where you write in a question that you would like to have answered, and we'll do a random questionnaire thing, and we'll answer the questions that are wrote in. And I can just about imagine. Henry Charles?
Yeah.
Henry Charles? Henry Charles, recreating the Bugatti 50T, great artist, retro, but if you truly love Jolene, stop being a sexist towards her. Well, I love her. I want to have sex with her. Sorry, man. I just love her. And she, you know, we don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm. And if I come across that way, I'm sorry that I offend you, but I think Jolene's happy with me. Okay, sorry. But you win a hat or a T-shirt. All right. I've never been called a sexist before, but there's a first for everything. All right. Peace out, man, everybody. I'm really loving the way the car looks. I like the way the wings look there. I got to cut that piece back off again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep running around the car and keep enjoying it. Enjoy Friday. Enjoy Jolene. Talk to Sonny and have a great rest of the Friday. Happy Friday, everybody, man. Be happy to be alive. Make yourself happy. How would you know how to make someone else happy if you couldn't make yourself happy? You have to ask yourself that. This weekend is a chance to reflect, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask myself, have I been that way to Jolene? And I'll ask her, and we'll probably talk about sex. All right, have a good one.